So what can we expect from the story? First, the looming shadow of the American Revolution cannot be ignored. History is still moving forward, and Jamie and Claire find themselves once again swept up in its tide. We know Outlander has always balanced intimate love with massive historical change, and in this final season, those two forces will collide like never before. The war is not just a backdrop, it is the test of everything Jamie and Claire have fought to preserve their home, their family, and their love. But beyond the battlefield, the emotional arcs are what fans crave most. Will Jamie and Claire finally find peace after decades of survival and sacrifice? Will Brianna and Roger secure a safe future for their children, free from the pull of the stones? Will Ian find love and belonging after years of carrying scars, both seen and unseen? And perhaps the most intriguing question, will William discover the truth about his father before it is too late? Each of these threads feels heavy with destiny, and Season 8 must weave them together into a tapestry that honors both the books and the show's legacy. The tone of the final season will almost certainly be bittersweet. There will be victories, but they will not come without loss. There will be love, but it will be shadowed by the reality that this is the end of the road. Fans should prepare themselves for moments that echo the very first season scenes that remind us of where it all began, while also pointing toward a future that no one could have predicted. Outlander has always thrived on passion, heartbreak, and resilience, and Season 8 promises to amplify all three. The truth is simple. This final season is not just about saying goodbye to characters, but also to the world itself. The stones, the time travel, the landscapes of Scotland and America, everything will come together one last time. That is why the trailer, the release date, and every detail matters so deeply. Because this isn't just the end of a show. It's the closing of a legend. No story can truly come alive without the people who carry it. And for Outlander, the cast has always been its beating heart. The return of familiar faces in Season 8 is not just a production detail, it's a farewell reunion. Fans can rest assured that Sam Heughan and Catriona Balfe will once again step into the roles of Jamie and Claire Fraser, characters that have become larger than life. Their chemistry, their passion, and their strength are what anchored Outlander from the very beginning, and they will be the guiding force as the story reaches its final destination. But they are not alone. Sophie Skelton and Richard Rankin will return as Brianna and Roger, carrying the heavy responsibility of representing the Fraser legacy across centuries. Their journey has been one of love, sacrifice, and endless challenges, and in this final season, their bond as parents will be tested like never before. John Belzian is also confirmed, and fans are eager to see how his story evolves. His journey from boyhood to manhood has been filled with loss and resilience. Now he deserves his moment of peace. And then there is Charles Vandervoort, whose portrayal of William, Jamie's secret son, has already captivated audiences. His role in Season 8 will be crucial, as truths long hidden begin to surface. The emotional weight of William's story could very well become one of the season's most unforgettable arcs, tying the threads of family, identity, and destiny together in ways no one fully expects. Behind the scenes, production has been working tirelessly. The series has always been praised for its breathtaking landscapes, historical detail, and authenticity, and Season 8 is determined to maintain that same standard. Filming locations across Scotland and beyond have been chosen carefully, ensuring that the final season feels both familiar and grand. Cast interviews hint at long nights, intense shoots, and emotional moments on set. Some actors have even admitted that filming these final episodes feels like saying goodbye to family. What makes these updates so important is the knowledge that this is the last time we will see these actors bring these characters to life. Every scene filmed, every line spoken, carries the weight of farewell. The cast is not just performing, they are closing a chapter of their own lives. That makes Season 8 not just another production, but a memory in the making, for both the actors and the fans who have walked beside them for years. And so, here we are. The end of Outlander is drawing near, and with Season 8, we are not just watching another chapter, we are preparing to say goodbye to a world that has been with us for nearly a decade. The stones, the time travel, the battles, the love stories, all of it has led to this moment. The trailer will come, the release date will be revealed, and the final season will begin. But no matter how it unfolds, one thing is certain: Outlander will leave a mark that no fan will ever forget. This is not only Jamie and Claire's farewell, it's ours too. And that's why every detail, every update, and every rumor matters. The premiere date is not just a number on a calendar, it's the moment history opens one last time, the final call to walk through the stones with the Frasers. It's the day the journey ends, but also the day the legend becomes eternal. So now, it's your turn. What do you think the trailer will reveal? Do you believe Jamie and Claire will finally find peace? Or will the revolution take everything from them before the story closes? And what about William, Brianna, Roger, and Ian? How do you see their paths ending? Share your theories, your hopes, and even your fears in the comments below.
Yes.
This is a conversation every Outlander fan will want to join. If you've stayed with this story through every season, then you know one truth: Outlander is not just a show, it's an experience. And the final season is about to test our hearts one last time, so stay ready. The trailer is coming, the release date is coming, and the end is coming. Until then, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and keep this journey alive with us. Because when Outlander Season 8 finally arrives, you won't want to miss a single second of it. The end is near, but the story will live forever. The wait is almost over. Outlander's final season is on the horizon, and fans are asking just one question: when will we finally see the trailer? And when will Season 8 premiere? The answers are closer than you think, and the updates might just surprise you. Outlander has always been more than just a TV series. For years, it has carried viewers across time, blending romance, history, fantasy into a story that feels both magical and deeply human. From the moment Claire touched the standing stones at Craina Dun and found herself thrown back into the 18th century, and had been locked in a journey that is equal parts heartbreaking and breathtaking. With Season 7 leaving us on dramatic cliffhangers, the demand for Season 8 has never been stronger. But here's the twist: this upcoming season is officially the final chapter. That alone has created a storm of excitement, tension, and even sadness in the Outlander fandom. Season 8 is not just another continuation. It is the last goodbye to Jamie, Claire, and the entire Fraser family. That makes the trailer and release date updates more important than ever because they mark the beginning of the end. STARZ has been carefully teasing fans, holding back details, but giving us just enough to keep speculation alive. Production news, cast interviews, behind-the-scenes whispers have already hinted at what kind of emotional storm is brewing. And with Outlander known for keeping secrets tightly locked until the right moment, the trailer is expected to drop in a way that shocks fans and floods social media instantly. But what does this mean for the release date? Well, STARZ has followed a pattern in previous seasons: long breaks between major installments, often due to the complexity of filming across historical sets in different countries. Season 7 was split into 2 parts, stretching the suspense even longer. That's why fans are convinced that Season 8's trailer will serve as the big announcement, giving not just footage, but also the long-awaited premiere date. With filming already underway and the cast confirmed, the timeline is pointing to a release window that could catch us off guard. The key thing to remember is this: Season 8 is not just another season. It's the last chance to walk through time with Jamie and Claire. And that makes every update, every hint, and every trailer frame feel like history in the making. Fans have waited years for answers, and the time for those answers is finally closing in. Season 7 was a storm of emotions, and it left us with more questions than answers. The Fraser family was caught in the middle of history once again. Battles, betrayals, and separations shaping their destiny. For many fans, the biggest moment came when Claire and Jamie were forced to face the brutal reality of the American Revolution. The world around them was changing, and the choices they made carried the weight of not just their love, but the survival of everyone they cared about. Every episode pulled us deeper into their struggle, showing us how fragile peace can be when war is at the doorstep. But the heart of Season 7 was not just war, it was family. We saw Brianna and Roger trying to build a future in a world split between centuries. Their journey through time was filled with risks and heartbreak, but also hope for their children. Meanwhile, Ian's story grew stronger, showing us how loyalty and pain can shape a man into someone unforgettable. And then there was William, Jamie's secret son, whose path is tangled in duty, identity, and truth he doesn't yet know. These storylines all wove together to create one of the most emotional chapters Outlander has ever given us. The season ended with cliffhangers that shook the fandom. Claire and Jamie still standing together, but facing uncertain danger. Brianna and Roger separated from loved ones once again by the pull of time. Ian left with questions about love and belonging. And William walking unknowingly closer to secrets that will soon change his life forever. These unfinished threads are the fuel that will drive Season 8. So when fans look toward Episode 1 of the final season, they are not just expecting more battles or more time travel, they are waiting for answers. They want to know how Jamie and Claire's love will endure in the face of history's cruel twists. They want to see if Brianna and Roger's family will finally find peace. And they want closure for Ian and William, whose stories feel like they are only beginning to reach their full weight. That is why the trailer for Season 8 is so important. It will reveal the first hints of how these journeys will end, and it will set the tone for a farewell that promises to be unforgettable. The most burning question right now is about the trailer. Where is it, and what will it show? Outlander has a history of keeping fans waiting, then dropping a trailer that stirs emotions and sets the internet on fire. For Season 8, the stakes are higher than ever. This isn't just the start of another season, it's the beginning of the end. That means the trailer will carry double the weight, not just teasing new drama, but also signaling the closing chapters of Jamie and Claire's story. Even though STARZ has not released a full trailer yet, whispers from the set and cast. Interviews suggest that when it does arrive, it will be packed with clues. Fans expect glimpses of war because the American Revolution still rages on. We may see Jamie riding into battle once more, torn between survival and destiny. Claire's voice might open the trailer, steady and haunting, reminding us that love can endure through centuries, but also hinting that every love story must face its final test. And for longtime viewers, those first shots will feel like stepping back into a world we know so well, but also one we must prepare to say goodbye to. As for Episode 1, the anticipation is even sharper. The premiere will need to do more than just pick up where Season 7 left off. It must set the tone for the entire final season. Fans believe it will open with Jamie and Claire facing immediate danger, possibly a direct continuation of their last fight for safety. Others speculate that the episode will split its focus, also showing Brianna and Roger as they navigate life in the future, still struggling with time's relentless pull. And then there's William. His storyline is set to explode, and Episode 1 might plant the seeds for revelations that will shake his world forever. The beauty of Outlander's trailers has always been the way they mix passion, danger, and mystery in just a few short minutes. Expect breathtaking shots of Scotland and America, flashes of battle, stolen moments of love, and cryptic lines that keep fans debating for weeks. When the Season 8 trailer lands, it won't just be a preview, it will be a farewell note disguised as a promise that this last journey will break hearts, but also give the closure fans have been waiting for since the first time Claire stepped through the stones. The biggest mystery of all is not just what Season 8 will bring, but when we'll finally see it. Fans are holding their breath, waiting for STARZ to make the official announcement. While the network has remained careful and secretive, we can piece together the puzzle by looking at the past. Outlander has always taken its time between seasons, often stretching the wait into long months because of the enormous scale of production. Historical sets, costumes, international filming, every detail takes time. And STARZ has never rushed this show. Season 7 itself was split into 2 parts, which stretched the suspense even longer and reminded us how patient the fandom needs to be. That split release schedule created a rhythm. And if STARZ follows the same pattern, Season 8's premiere could arrive later than fans might hope. But here's the good news. Filming is already underway, and the cast has confirmed their return to set means the clock is already ticking down. If production continues smoothly, Episode 1 could hit screens in the next calendar year, with the trailer likely to drop just a few months before the premiere. Speculation is running wild across fan circles. Some believe STARZ will aim for a summer release, a fitting way to launch the final season with maximum attention. Others are betting on a fall premiere, a slot that has often worked well for historical dramas. What seems certain, however, is that STARZ will not leave fans in the dark much longer. The moment the trailer arrives, the release date will likely be stamped at the end, sending the fandom into a frenzy. But let's be honest, the exact date matters less than the weight of what it represents. This is not just another countdown to a TV premiere. This is the countdown to the end of a journey that began with a nurse in 1945, standing before ancient stones. The final season will close the circle, and every second of waiting only adds to the intensity. When STARZ finally announces that date, it won't just be a number on a calendar. It will be the day millions of fans step back into history for one last adventure. And when that day comes, the world of Outlander will never be the same again. Every great story must eventually find its ending. And for Outlander, Season 8 is that final chapter. This is not just another season, it is the conclusion of a tale that has crossed centuries, blended love and war, and given fans some of the most unforgettable characters in television. That is why expectations are higher than ever. Fans are not simply waiting for more battles or more romances. They are waiting for closure, for answers, and for a farewell worthy of Jamie and Claire Fraser.